Welcome back, everybody. Driver53 here, and today we are taking a look at the Soy Drink Factories. Now, these factories are part of the erShaba Placeable Factories Pack, available for all platforms, consoles, PC, doesn't matter what you're playing on, you are going to be able to use these. And how do they function? Well, they're going to function like a global company or like production chains. You put product in, you get a little bit different product out. And this one's going to be soy drink. So it's really, really interesting. There's actually three inputs that you need to be able to make your soy drink here in these nice, huge containers. And how does it work? Well, you're going to go to this area right here. There's going to be a trigger. And when you hit L3, it's going to show up just like an animal pen. And you're going to hit X to bring it over. You can bring one over, production level 1. You can bring 2 over, it's production level 2. If you try and do any more than that, it tells you your capacity is already reached, and you're not going to be able to do any more. Then all you got to do to confirm it, hit square, and you're good to go. So you got that part done. All right, so now your production is started. Well, you've got to put actual product in the facility. And what it takes is you got your fuel source right here. It's going to be diesel or biodiesel. And then over here, you got an interesting one. It's going to take water. Yeah, water. And then also your soybeans for this one. So we've got our 3 different tanks here. The way you're going to work the diesel is you're going to have your tank. You're going to back it up into right in here. All right. And you're going to get the unload a message down at the bottom. Start unloading, and it's going to load in there. No problem. So next, I'm going to go ahead and pretend like we're going to put our soybeans in next. You're going to tip it into right here. It'll start filling up for you, and boom, you're good to go. Then after that, you need water, right? So we got this awesome water tanker right here, and it's going to go the exact same. So I think typically you want to put it right here, but you're not going to be able to on this one. It's going to go right here in the same place. So right here is where you put your water in also. I know it's a little bit weird that you're putting it in the same area as your grain, but that's the only spot for it. There's no trigger over here at all. All right, so we are going to be looking at soybeans first. What is our max capacity that this factory is going to use for us? All right, so I've got this slide right here, and it shows max capacity for soybeans. On production level 1, it's going to be 100,000 liters, and production level 2, it's 200,000 liters. So the next one here is going to be water, and like I said, it's going to go here in the exact same spot. And production level 1, once again, it's 100,000 liters. Production level 2, it's 200,000 liters. So now, we'll come over here and take a look at our diesel again. And I'm going to use straight diesel instead of biodiesel, but you can use either one, and it's going to be the same volume. So max capacity on diesel for production level 1 is 25,000 liters. Production level 2 is 50,000 liters. So once you've got all of your stuff in here, then you're going. You're cooking. All right, well, how much is it going to use, right? So the first slide I've got up here is showing that it's Ravensberg soy drink, and that's what we have right here, okay? We're going to be making soy drink, and I'm only able to create 30,000 liters at a time. Once again, on this one, just like the last one that we had, the flour, they're spaced out a little bit more, and you're not able to produce the full 60,000 like we were on some of the other factories, all right? I know these recently had a update. I don't know if that update changed it or not. But when I did this is all we got was 30,000 liters. It's still okay, right? I don't think that you honestly need to take 5 or 6 days to fill up your whole area here. I think 3 days is perfectly fine because you're going to be getting your product out faster than that, I feel like. Your prices should be able to come back up to where they need to be within that amount of time for you. So you shouldn't have an issue here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next slide here. And this one is how long does it take? Okay, so on production level 1 to produce 30,000 liters of soy drink, it's going to take 3.3 days. So that is 3 days and 8 hours. Okay, is exactly how long it took. Production level 2, it was 2.1. So what that means, it was 2 days and 2 hours is how long it took to actually produce 30,000 liters here of soy drink. So production per day, it's going to be about 9,000 liters on production level 1. And production level 2, you're almost 14.3 thousand is where it's at. So pretty good difference there of about 5,000 liters a day. So I see that as a great indicator into which one that you want to go here. But it's all depending on a lot of other factors too, but I like production level 2 on a lot of stuff. Next, how much fuel do you use? So total fuel used. All right, production level 1 is going to be about 8,300 liters. Production level 2 is about 10,400. So there is a little bit, but it's not as big as we've seen on some of the other ones. Next, per day, how much are you going to use? Production level 1 is only 2,500 liters, which is really, really nice that it's not taking a ton of fuel to be able to produce these per day. Production level 2 is about 5,000. So once again, we see it's about twice, but it's not as bad as some of the other ones have been in the past. Now, soybeans and water. How much is that going to take? All right, so total soybeans used for production level 1 is about 16.7 thousand liters. Production level 2 is almost 21,000 liters. So per day, that comes out to about 5,000 liters of soybeans that you're going to use every single day. And production level 2, it's almost 10,000 liters. So once again, just about double what you need to put in. Water. Now this is a really, really interesting one. It's exactly the same. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So everything's exactly the same. 16.7, almost 21,000 on total per day, 5,000 and 10,000. Next, I'm going to show you the average price that I found whenever I went in to look at this data. How did I get the data or the prices? I looked at every place that sold it or that buys it, right, that you can sell it at, and I added them all together and then divided it. So I got the average of $1,951. So your total value of your soy drink is about $58,500. That's pretty good, right? But how much does it cost you for your fuel? Well, we all know that diesel costs $1.25 on this map right here. Other maps may be different, but on Ravensberg, it's $1.25. So what does that equal to total usage? Well, total diesel used on production level 1 is about $10,400. Production level 2 is about $13,000. So how much profit does that leave you with? Okay, because you've got your water that you can get for free. Okay, and your soybeans, you're going to harvest them yourself. So you're going to bring all those over here. They're going to have some hidden costs, like from the harvest and everything, and planting and seeding and all those costs. But you're not going to go to a silo and buy it and bring it over here. You're actually going to provide it yourself from your harvest. Okay, so production level 1, you're going to be left with about $48,114. Production level 2, it's about $45,509. Okay, so per day profit on production level 1 is about $14,500. That's not as big as we've seen on some of the other ones, but it's still pretty decent, right? And production level 2, it's about $21,671. So these are just guidelines, estimates based on what the average I'm seeing right now and everything like that. You may be able to get a ton more for this. I know that there were a sale point that was about $700 or $800 over this average right now. So that's pretty good, right? I still see these as a really, really awesome way to be able to make some kind of background money, right? So we know that you're not going to use every bit of your harvest in these facilities, okay? But use these as like a secondary source of income almost, right? You bring a little bit of your harvest over, put it in here, grab some water, grab some fuel. You're going to make your profit back the next day, right? So you sell it, you use the profits off that to be able to buy more diesel, put them back in, take some of your harvest again, put it in here. You're not having to do a whole lot. Now, can you sell your product? Like in this case, your soybeans. Could you just sell those right off the bat and then make your money? Absolutely. Is this going to make more money for you? Potentially, right? Potentially. It's another way to play the game. It adds another layer into it to give you something else to do in the game. You know, it's like logging. Not everybody does it. Some people really enjoy it. And I see this as the same thing, right? Not everybody cultivates their fields because they use a direct drill, right? Do you have to? No. But you can, right? Do people use lime? Not everybody uses lime. So just not saying you have to use it. If you choose to, it may not be the most profitable all the time. But it just adds another element into your gameplay. So how do you transport these? Well, I've got a really nice truck right here, the Tatra Phoenix, and it's an ITRunner version, and it's got an AutoLoad deck on it that we have right here. We also have the ITRunner trailer with the exact same one on it. Now this is a pack that is available by erShaba also. And it's really, really cool because it's AutoLoad. You don't have to do anything. So if we fire it up and pull over here, watch what's going to happen. All these pallets are just going to start automatically loading on top here. And I know I'm pushing some of them. I got to hit something every time I make a video. Sorry, everybody. If you haven't followed the channel very long, I am known as Crasher53. And it's really cool. You know, each one of these trailers holds 20,000 liters. And you're going to be able to put all of your product on this right here. And then you can take it to your sell point and you just pull over top of it and it's going to unload for you. Or you can take it and store it in a silo. I know that I have shown off one of our silos here that just was released recently by erShaba and the VSR team. And it's a really, really cool one. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and load up this last one here really, really quick. And then I'll show you guys how to unload. And I also want to say that the all-in-one silo, the big orange silos, they do accept these also. We showed that off in the biodiesel before, but they definitely do accept these pallets of product here. So we're going to completely fill everything up. I've got 30,000 liters. Perfect. Now we're going to run over here to these warehouses. And you can see there's already stuff on the shelf. That's all the stuff that it does accept. And how does it work to store it in? Well, you're just going to drive straight over top of it. Alright, so just like this, we're actually going to do the second one right here. Boom, there we go. So the first one's still unloading a little bit. So there we go. Perfect. So I also want to show you a sell point. It's going to work exactly the same. So we're going to drive down here. We're going to find a sell point here really, really quick that we can sell these at. And then we'll be good to go. So I'll see you guys over there. So here we are, and you're just going to pull straight up on top of these places. All these sell points pull directly over top, and it's going to automatically start unloading for you. And if you do it right and it's a big enough one, you can unload both of them at the same time, which is really, really awesome. So this is how you sell everything. We already showed you how you make it. Like I said, you can store it if you need to. You're probably going to be able to sell the stuff quicker than well, you're actually going to fill up your capacity on the dock there. So man, it's a really, really great. Using these mods together is really, really awesome, and it's a great way to practice, you know, and get used to these for FS22. I feel like FS22 is going to be very, very, very similar to these, and it's just a great way to kind of get us in that mode of gameplay, right? It's like seasons took a while for everybody to kind of get on board with. I think these factories are going to be really, really similar. Some of us are already using them a little bit right now, and I think once you let these modders have access to these, because they're going to be base game now, right? Then there's going to be some really, really interesting things that they can have as outputs for our inputs, right? It's going to be phenomenal. I have a feeling they're going to take these things to a completely new level. But that's going to be it for today, everybody. If you enjoyed the video or learned something today, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you would. And if you want to be kept up to date on all my other production videos here, you know, we've got sugar that we've got over here. We've got flour that we made before. We're going to be looking at cheese, a bunch of different ones. And if you're interested in those and how to make them, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you do, hit the notification bell too. Have a great day, night, evening, everybody. Until next time, this is Driver53 signing off.